In my first book about him, Who Be Charlie B., I started out in 1905, the year his father dies. And he had... Now, the books are not a retelling of Charlie's life. There's just not that much information that I can gather to fill a book that would be biographical. So it is based or influenced by Charlie's life. And I try to somewhat stay close to the character of him, to the things I learned about him from other people. He could be very kind-hearted, he could be very tough. And he was very close to his family. Anyway, but his parents were white, and he was born with dark skin. So there were a lot of rumors. By the second chapter, you'll find out, I reveal that it was historical parentage that caused him to be born with color. It's not unheard of. It's in the DNA. They didn't understand DNA back then. But after his father dies, in fact, the very day of the funeral, he starts seeing the intensity of bigotry and hatred that people could have toward people of color. Now, you got to realize this is less than 50 years after the emancipation of the slaves. And even though Kansas was a Union state, was a no-slave state, that does not mean there wasn't prejudice there. I think there probably was most everywhere within the North America. But anyway, there's my famous catchphrase. But anyway, I will tell you though, but anyway is not used in the book. I don't say that in the book. I don't write like I speak. That would be a problem. I don't write cold. I speak cold sometimes. I don't write cold. In other words, I'm not writing a script or reading off of a script here. Ha. Funny. I'm not. Oh, I'm hoping you'll laugh with me. At me. Laugh with me, at me. But Who Be Charlie B is titled that because it is, well, I kind of make up a little game between him and his brother, youngest brother, Earl, who is much, much younger. Because in 1905, when they were at his father's funeral, Charlie's 20, Earl is probably 3.5, in that area. So, but Charlie starts wondering, is my father my real father? What happened? Why am I dark-skinned? Why are all my brothers and sisters light-skinned? I'm sure the question had come up before, but I doubt that his parents ever let him really stew on it much, because he was home a lot. If he wasn't working with his dad, he was at the house helping his mom or helping with the younger siblings, and he was homeschooled. So there you go. But this is a slap in the face kind of realization. So that's when he starts asking questions. And that's why the title is Who Be Charlie B. It's not just bad grammar. Anyway, so I hope you will read it. I'll go to Amazon.com and look up G.K. Fralin books. You can get the print edition there, or you can get the electronic. Now, Amazon is the only place you can get the print, because, well, it just is. Amazon doesn't work through other venues. And The other, Smashwords, I also went through them, and they do electronic, but they also network. So you could get, if you use an electronic reader or, like a Nook or something, you can go to Barnes and Noble. You can go online to their stores. You can go to any of them and look up Who Be Charlie Be by G.K. Fralin. If you go to Amazon and you can look up Who Be Charlie Be by G.K. Fralin, or you can look up books by G.K. Fralin, because I have other ones there. If I put the address in the thing below the link that took you directly to the Amazon site, it's going to be about 3 lines long. I'm not kidding. I've tried it before. Because I would love to do that for you. I would. It's just the way their deal works. It's got all the ampersands and all the percentages and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, but those are the places you can find the book. You can read the first chapter and see if it's caught your interest. Charlie caught my interest once I found out he was real and started learning a little about his life and his childhood when I started doing research. I researched for many years before I actually started putting, they say pen to paper, but actual fingers to keyboard. But I did many years of research, lots of phone calls, and still do research to this day. So, because I am working on a sequel, which is going to be out soon, and it's called Finding Charlie, which kind of follows up. So, anyway, it's a novella. It's an easy read, at least as far as some people have said. You can go to Goodreads, and there are some reviews on there. It's got about a 4, or a little over a 4 rating, but you can read the reviews. That's on Goodreads, because that's where a lot of people like to leave their private reviews. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the way Amazon sorts them, because people have lost. Well, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, this is it for me for a Sunday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.